the Block Party, a Minecraft podcast, episode 95. We're your hosts, Bearded Sloth
and Little C.
Get ready to join the excitement as we sniff out camels, grow some torches, and brush our bamboo at the Block Party Studios. We are recording this episode live with listener participation via Discord chat.
That's right. Today's show is all about the Trails and Tales 1.20 update, including the summary of the changelogs, your thoughts and our thoughts, and more.
Get your floaties ready and brace yourselves for epic rafting adventures as we navigate through this incredible episode. Visit theblockpartymc.com to discover more ways to engage with us and celebrate the magic of Minecraft. Howdy, Little C.
Hello.
He doesn't like my intro. What do you guys all think? Let us know.
No, I'm confused because isn't that what you said last week? Isn't last week the Minecraft experience, so the magic of Minecraft, or are you just reusing that?
I'm just reusing it. Isn't Minecraft just so magical? It is for me. I love magic, by the way. That's a whole nother topic.
I'm very confused on Minecraft today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you ready to sniff out the camels and grow some torches and brush our bamboo? That's what the update's all about, isn't it? That's what I got from it.
Really? I thought the whole update was just about having pink petals to put on the ground.
Yeah, you do have the pink petals. We're going to talk all about that. That's what this whole show is going to be. And it's not going to be like the boring changelogs. Yes, we have the changelogs.
Yes, we have the boring changelogs.
But right, exactly. But I did condense them down, and we're going to hit like each topic or each part of it, and then we'll just talk about it. That's how I look at it. We did ask you, the listeners, some questions and things to get your brains going on this topic. We didn't get a lot of response. We did get one, though, and we do appreciate that.
Not many people have had time to play it probably yet.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, is a lot of people actually put their comments in early in the week. The update didn't come in until Wednesday, so there is that. But we do appreciate your comment, Red Fire, and that is, I love the new 1.20 update. It really changed a lot for Minecraft and the beauty of Minecraft too. This update changed a lot for builders, although I am not one myself. They didn't add anything to redstone, which is fine, but the whole reason I would play Minecraft is for the redstone part of it. Definitely a really good update.
Have they added something for redstone in the past 5 years?
Well, I actually thought about that. They did add something for redstone with the calibrated skulk shriekers.
Oh, yep.
Right?
I guess, yeah, they have added the wireless quote-unquote redstone with the skull sensor stuff.
Yeah, and they have them calibrated so they can actually only detect different sounds, and you can make it which sound. For instance, you can make it just player footsteps, so it won't pick up, let's say, a zombie's walking by or something. It's not going to pick that up. It's only for the player, and you can make some really good pranks with the new head sounds that we'll talk about too.
The head sounds are extremely dangerous if you're on an SMP. Because if you have a dragon head in a note block, you can make everyone go deaf.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's super loud, isn't it? I'm thinking, too, on the redstone side of this, with that, I'm thinking like automatic doors. You don't even have to hit a pressure plate.
Yes, walking over a pressure plate is just too much effort.
Yeah, but you can make it somewhat hidden or whatever. I think that's good. And yes, the new building stuff, right? We have new blocks. We have the new biome. That's his first part of the comment. It is beautiful. That new Cherry Grove biome.
Yes.
That is absolutely gorgeous. I know you've went exploring a little bit. There's some new trees at spawn now in Jericho or in the shopping. It's so gorgeous. But the new wood, are you going to use it for building there, Little C? You're kind of a builder.
Probably won't use the new wood.
Do you like the mosaic at all?
Oh, the bamboo wood.
Yeah, the bamboo wood.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Cherry Grove wood.
Yeah, you got both now.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll use either. It depends on what style I'm building in, but
I do think they complement each other quite well. That soft yellow and that pink.
We have a pink and a yellow wood now, so you're kind of filling out every color of Minecraft with wood types, which is cool. We need a green wood. There's a few more we need, but we're getting close to having every color with wood.
And I agree with you there, Red Fire, that it is a really good update. There's a lot to explore. It doesn't seem as big as some of the updates in the past, but overall, I think it's a well-balanced update.
It's just not all in one spot, and it's kind of boring to look at. Like, you kind of see, okay, that's kind of a boring, and it is kind of, it's not a super exciting one, but there is a lot of stuff to play with.
I agree with that. They did add more than what I expected and more than what they released last year too when they announced it. So I'm glad they did find more things to add, because it would have been pretty small if they didn't find some of these other things. Now, usually we get into our thoughts on this topic, but the whole show is this. So we're going to have our thoughts throughout the whole thing. So I'm ready to get started into the changelog. I do want to start off, though, because we did ask the listeners. One of the questions was, what's your prediction for future updates? Do you have any of those, Little C? Like, what more can they add to this game?
Maybe fireflies? No, okay, I'm
Right.
gonna stop ranting. We're an update and a half past, pretty much. I would say, I would hope for an end update. I think the end could be completely revamped like the Nether, different biomes, different.
And it is kind of weird because we did have an end update at one time.
But it wasn't named as the end update. It was named as the combat update, which is why it's such a controversial update, is because it's when all the 1.8.9 PvP players, well, didn't have that. So
yeah, I could see the end. I don't know what else
I would like to see.
I think they're going to have a new dimension. I think that's coming. I think that's maybe what that portal structure is in the ancient cities. And I think they're going to just create a whole new dimension.
I think what they need, not saying this is a prediction, but what they need is more ambience. Like how they just need to go back through forests and stuff. We need maybe birds, I think would be cool. And can we please add sounds like just birds chirping and just ambient sounds as you walk through forests? Next, if you're on a beach, you hear waves. There's a mod for Java that does that I pretty much cannot play without if I'm playing on hardcore, because it just adds so much to the game. And so the ambient sounds mod paired with the realistic sounds, you're in a cave. If there's water at the bottom of the cave and you're at the top and you drop something in the water, you hear that splash and then it like bounces up like sound. And it's really cool.
So the ambience, what about just an overall biome update, right? Just update all the biomes. Like, just make simple changes to everything.
Maybe. I think we could use a birch forest update, like they kind of promised,
right? And that's kind of, you have these particles coming off these new trees, right? And so you're adding that.
Although,
and if they just do a little bit of that for every biome, maybe.
I have to say, the Cherry Grove biome is a very, very boring biome. There are two things there that you get. You get the trees and you get the petals, but it's not an exciting biome.
But it's beautiful. But it's gorgeous, and it adds to the landscape.
But it doesn't. And there should have been more, I think. Like how the mega taigas have the different grass stuff, but they also have those cobblestone like rocks. There just needs to be more of that stuff. There needs to be more in every biome to just make it feel like when you play modded, there is crazy amounts of stuff. That's almost too much. But if you're playing, I think there's a map called the Earth made into Minecraft on a 1-to-1 scale, or maybe not 1-to-1, but it's a scale of Earth, and it's all modded, and the trees and stuff are just so realistic, and it's so ambient. And I think that's just what Minecraft needs. Although I do like the simple, I also like the complex. It's weird. I would love Minecraft to be what it was in 2014, but I would also love Minecraft to be what modded Minecraft is today.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's weird.
I either want it to be simple or really complex.
I wonder sometimes, are they just adding too much? Because, and I listened to actually Foxy No Tail on their podcast, and I was listening to him, and he stated the ease of play isn't there. I think it was actually Slack mentioned that. To just start the game is harder to do now. It's not as simple.
I've said that so much. That's the reason I don't play Terraria. And that's the reason I don't play Hypixel Skyblock. There's so much.
And it is different for us veteran players. It's totally different because we've kind of adapted as it comes.
For years and years, so we get the slow rollout of all this stuff. But if you're someone, and I see this on so many things, even Discord, I see this, they just keep adding stuff. And for people that are experienced and veterans in it, it's okay, well, new feature, yay.
But at the same time, if you aren't adding new features, then you lose your veterans. So it's kind of back and forth. And this game is amazing.
Yeah.
And I like the fact the way Minecraft is built, you don't have to do these things. Mm-hmm. You can do the simple stuff. Look at Holy Bookworm, right? And you definitely listen to her on her Noob Corner.
She could be playing in 2014 and now, and it'd look the exact same.
Exactly. So you still have that. We didn't really lose that necessarily.
Although there are a lot of players who still play on 1.9 or 1.8.9.
And that is an option for Java players, right? You go back to different versions. There are ways to do it on Bedrock if you have Windows.
But it's not as popular. So Java's, if you're playing Hypixel and stuff, you play on 1.8.9. You don't play on the new version.
All right. Are you ready to tackle this changelog?
Here we go.
All right. This is the past week in Minecraft. All this info we basically get from Minecraft.net. Trails and Tales 1.20 release. And we did combine Java and Bedrock here. I did my best to cover everything. Came out Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. All right, Bedrock only here. Chromebook. Minecraft is now available for Chromebook on the Google Play Store, including cross-device play with friends, access to Minecraft Marketplace, of course, and the ability to play on Realms.
This is not a good idea. This is a horrible idea. A Chromebook does not have the resources to run Chrome, and it's named a Chromebook, let alone run Minecraft.
Now, I have to ask you, though, is it as good as a phone?
It's worse.
It is worse.
I'd assume it's worse because it does not have good
I feel, though,
resources.
I'd say, especially looking at the server resources and stuff I see, I feel Bedrock is running a lot better than it did, let's say, when they first released Caves and Cliffs.
I don't know. My CPU usage has gone way up with modded Minecraft on
That's interesting
Bedrock.
because I've actually seen it lower on our server, on both servers. We have a test server.
That's probably because on the server it's using less resources and pushing it to client side.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I seem to be doing okay, but that is interesting. Anyway, so if you have a Chromebook and you've been waiting to play Minecraft on it, now it's available. Archaeology, that was the big topic here. Introduction of brush item for excavating buried objects. Have you played around with the brushes yet?
Yeah, a lot. I keep forgetting to craft one when I go exploring, so I have to then find a chicken and a piece of copper and a stick.
Now, I've heard a lot of people are just getting a bunch of kind of useless items for us. Are you getting anything good out of them?
Yeah, I'm getting the new things for the pots. Those, I'm getting a lot of those, which is good.
But are you getting like any of the trims or anything from the...
You don't get armor trims from...
I think you can in the gravel, right?
Maybe in the gravel?
Ocean.
I haven't got any of the gravel yet.
I'm sure it's in the changelogs here. Discovery of suspicious sand and suspicious gravel in specific structures.
I've only messed with the sand so far.
Now, of course, the changelogs had everything listed out. I didn't think you guys would want me to read every individual thing. You're welcome, Little C.
But now you're just filling it in with you telling the listeners that you didn't add it all, so it's going to be the exact same amount of you rambling on.
There you go. Brushing suspicious sand or suspicious gravel reveals buried objects.
I did get an emerald from it.
Nice.
That's about the only useless.
You can get diamonds, right?
Yeah, I got a stick.
That's kind of fun.
If that's good.
Sticks, man. You can't do hardly anything without sticks. So important. Addition of trail ruins structure with armor trim templates and a new music disc. Now, the trail ruins, I've heard they're broke on Bedrock.
I have no idea how to find. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they generate.
Yeah, they're just all over the place, basically.
So they're not in ocean. I thought I was going to have to look through ocean.
No, the trail ruins are like up, they're above ground.
Oh.
They stick out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, basically, there's supposed to be one big structure that goes down into the ground and you dig it out from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
The top is separated when they're generating. It's being separated from the top to the bottom. So the bottom's way down below.
So you have to dig 100 blocks down to get to it.
Yeah, that's broken. I'm sure that'll be fixed hopefully soon. Pottery sherds with pictures found at different archaeology sites.
That's what I've been finding is the pottery sherds.
Yep, and that's awesome. And with that comes crafting decorated pots with pottery sherds or bricks.
I did So, okay, that makes more sense. I was trying to figure out how I make it. So you have to get 4 of the sherds and then craft it, or you can craft the plain ones. I thought you had to craft the plain ones and then decorate them.
Yeah, no, you can just use the sherds or the bricks or a mixture. So you could have 2 decorated and 2 bricks, I think.
Oh, so you could only have it on one side.
Right.
Save it so that way if you just need it for one side.
Yep.
I was testing out.
I think that's how it works. I haven't played with
testing out the decorated pots for not decoration, but not how they intended. I was using it for some light posts and stuff, trying to figure out because it looks really cool if you can add like a post to it and stuff.
Right.
Sadly, you can't put anything in it, which is disappointing.
No, but if you put a regular pot on top, it looks really good. Yeah, if you put a flower pot on top, it looks really good. Sniffer mob, have you come across these yet?
I have not. Don't you have to get the things, or do they spawn?
They should. Yeah.
I think you have to get the eggs or whatever.
Okay.
And then hatch.
Yeah, they're a passive and friendly mob. They dig for seeds, producing torch flower seeds or pitcher pod items, and they can be bred with torch flower seeds.
So I can have an army of sniffers walking around shopping district.
And we'll get to it later, but I'm pretty sure you can automate them to go ahead and plant the seeds, and then the flowers will grow, and they won't harvest them if you use a villager.
Can you just stop trying to automate it and just enjoy the
automate everything?
The basics of Minecraft.
Sniffer egg, let's talk about that. Found by brushing suspicious sand of warm ocean ruins.
Dang it, I flew over those thinking there was nothing good. I flew over about 100 of those today. I probably would have had 100 sniffers by now if I knew I had to stop at those.
And they hatch into a sniffer after some time, and you can actually make that time in half, is my understanding of it. So it takes like 20 minutes, I think, for them to hatch normally.
So a day cycle.
But if it's on moss, it only takes 10 minutes. I think that's what it is. Fact check me, of course. I don't have that as I condensed everything way down here. Torch flowers, seeds obtained through sniffers, can be planted on farmland and grown into torch flowers, harvested for orange dye.
Oh, so helpful. You can get pink dye now easily from the petals.
Yep. And pitcher plant, you get a pitcher pod item obtained through sniffers, grown on farmland into pitcher crop. Fully grown pitcher crop yields a 2-block tall pitcher plant, and these can be crafted into cyan dye, so you can make cyan without having to smelt your cactus.
So you can save all that good cactus to feed to a mob coming up later.
There you go. That's right. And that is
the camel. Camels can be ridden by 2 players and equipped with the saddle. They spawn naturally in desert villages and can be tempted and bred with cactus. Camels are tall and can walk over fences and walls.
That is kind of nice.
So make sure that you have 2 tall fences and walls.
Well, let's say I just came up with a good plan. Use your camel in your farming areas with your animals to get from section to section, because you can walk right over the fence with them. I like it.
Yeah. Most hostile mobs cannot reach players on camels. Camels randomly sit down and have different movement speeds. And camels also suck because they make me die on Jericho.
They don't fit into boats.
Yeah, that annoys me. Because how are you supposed to? So on Jericho, I found a camel. I'm currently about 10,000 blocks away from spawn.
Across an ocean.
Across a roundy 2,000 block long ocean.
And since we are a multiplayer server, we kind of have rules and regulations on nether portals.
Since Bearded Sloth is a dictator and won't build me a tunnel all the way out here and is lazy, he's a lazy sloth and won't build me a long nether tunnel.
We have our nether tunnels dug out to 1,000, which puts you at 8,000 blocks. So we're getting close. Can you get within that? If you get within that, then we can build you a nether portal.
Maybe. I don't know if I want to try to, because last time I was going to walk the whole 9,000 blocks back on a camel while I was live, and I was like, okay, this is going to be fun.
It didn't work out so well.
I thought, okay, camels can jump over ravines, right? Camels can go. And apparently they cannot, because they're useless hunks of meat.
They can't go that far.
And I tried to jump over it, and I fell onto a dripstone little spike thing.
Yep.
And then I died. The camel died. Luckily, I got my stuff back, but I had to end the stream to see the coordinates of where I died.
What do you think about the camels being tall and zombies can't get to you and stuff?
Oh, yeah, so useful because skeletons and creepers don't exist.
I know.
It's so useless. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's not useful.
Right. Yeah, and the creepers still get you and
just
kill
ride
your
a
camel
horse.
and you.
If you ride a horse, you can just outrun everything.
That's right. Yeah, camels are pretty slow. Next feature here was smithing. Smithing tables have been redesigned for equipment upgrades. Have you done this yet?
I have not, but I had opened a smithing table to see the new menu, and it looks good.
So it is working on Jericho?
I don't know if it's working. I just know the menu's there.
The menu's there is what I mean.
Yeah.
I saw some people having problem with the UI not popping up. Smithing templates define the type of upgrade and customization for equipment. And we've talked a lot about this stuff in the betas and previews, of course. 2 categories of smithing templates, armor trim and netherite upgrade.
I do have a netherite upgrade that I brought and made about 7 copies of because I'm rich.
Nice.
So I have about 7 copies of netherite upgrades, and I did get my first armor trim today.
Nice. Are you gonna put it on, or did you already put it on?
I haven't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try to collect all of them and then use a cool website I found to be able to figure out which one I want the best.
Nice. Netherite equipment crafting now requires a netherite upgrade smithing template, so you have to have one of these.
Good.
Which, makes it a little more difficult, which is good. Makes netherite stuff way more valuable.
Although the people on Jericho might be mad, I might have to switch back to mending, depending on... Simply because... I mean, I will next season at least. I don't know how... It depends on how long...
He has no morality. He can't stay with it.
I killed 17 villagers, so no. It depends on how long we have the season planned for.
And then you played Minecraft?
Whoa.
Boom.
No. Wow. Gosh.
Armor trims allow visual customization of armor with different patterns and materials. Armor trim smithing templates can be found in various structures. Anything else you want to talk about this whole armor trim system?
I need to figure out a list of where I can find them because I am very confused on how I get these.
Oh, they are all over the place. I think the
dungeons.
hardest one is...
I've heard the ancient
silence.
City. Yeah.
And ancient cities. And there's a very low chance of them actually being in the chest. I think you only have like 3 chests or something, or I don't know how many that it can be in. And there's a really slim chance. I don't have those numbers in front of me.
I forget who it was on Twitter was saying they rated about 10 ancient cities so far, and they haven't got one yet. 10 ancient cities.
Yeah, that's
And I
crazy.
think someone on Jericho's got one. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I saw someone on Jericho has found one already.
Now, I just did notice this morning somebody was complaining if you have the mob heads pack from Foxy No Tail on your server or anything, and you can't get the ocean ruins or the ocean monument ones where you kill the guardians, if you're not getting that, it might be because of the mob heads. You need to make sure you're updating that because that affects the drops for everything.
I know. That's the only trim I have so far is the one I got from an Elder Guardian, which is one that... It's funny. The first one I get is one that a lot of people on Jericho haven't got yet.
That's awesome.
I didn't even kill all the Elder Guardians there. I just killed 2 because the first one didn't drop it, but then I killed the second one, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a half an hour to break this. Okay, so I placed an ender chest in there because I needed a looting sword. That was a mistake. Do you know how long it takes to mine an ender chest underwater with the Elder Guardian effect? Mining fatigue?
Yeah,
it takes about 3 minutes with an efficiency 5 netherite. I don't know if it took that long.
Now,
it took
do you have your whatever all the enchantments are for underwater mining and all that too?
And I had water breathing. So.
Which I don't even know if that works if you have that effect on you.
I have no idea. I wouldn't want to know what it was like without it.
All right, we started talking about this a little bit. Cherry groves. They introduced cherry grove biome with cherry blossom trees. I got to get the names right. So it's cherry grove biome and cherry blossom trees. They're not cherry trees.
It's the pink biome.
That'll work for me. With that came the cherry wood set and pink petals block. So the pink petals, is it the whole block is pink petals? Just the top, like on the grass? I haven't played with it. Is it almost like the, what is the lichen, glow lichen stuff? Is it like that, little C? Or is it a block? Is it attached to the block, the grass block, or is it like glow lichen?
It's like a flower.
It's like a flower. Okay.
It's placed like a flower, but also like turtle eggs.
Okay.
It's pretty much turtle eggs, just flat and over it, because you can place up to 4 on one block.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay, I understand now. Awesome. Bamboo wood set. Edition of bamboo wood set with unique crafting options. Of course, you've got all the stairs and variants and all that stuff. They also have the Bamboo Mosaic variant and the Bamboo Raft introduced. The raft is kind of cool.
I haven't made one yet. I need to, though.
Works just like a boat, but looks better.
Did you just say it looks better than a boat?
I think so.
The original No, it does not look better than a Minecraft boat without paddles, and when you hit land, it just breaks. That is the best boat of Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You used to hit a lily pad and it would break. Remember those days?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the great days.
It is interesting. You can take this new wood and then make the Bamboo Mosaic variant out of it. That's kind of cool. It's almost like chiseled stone or whatever. Chiseled stone brick and all that. It's kind of like that, only it's wood. Maybe we should do that for all the wood. Have different variants. What do you think of that as being a feature?
No, just no more blocks, please. Just stop with all the blocks. My
Need
brain
an
hurts.
inventory update before we do that. Which, by the way, there's still no bundles here.
I think they just listened to the show and heard how excited you were for bundles and wanted to bully you.
I guess so. I don't know where they're at. I've wanted them since they announced them. I'm the only one that thought they were such a great idea.
And you're the only one that thinks there's a great idea still.
Chiseled bookshelf. I know Holy Bookworm's excited about these. A new variation of the bookshelf that can hold up to 6 books, crafted with 6 planks and 3 wooden slabs. And books somewhere in there, right?
No.
No books?
No books, but
Okay.
I'm not sure. Never mind. No, that is correct. I was thinking of hanging signs. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's another thing here. There's another redstone feature. If you're a redstoner, you can do with this. It measures the last place you place the book. So it depends where you put it in. That's what it's going to read. So you can do some incredible things, maybe a hidden key type thing or all kinds of stuff. So yes, redstoners.
Stop nerding out with your redstone. Okay, I used it for the best possible reason. I put it in my wall on top. I used to have an item frame where I kept my book and quill that has the lyrics to, I think, American Pie. And then I also have one of Bohemian Rhapsody because I can. So I have those, and I'm writing just random songs and books and quills. And I'm using this new bookshelf to store them. I wish there was a way you could tell them apart. You should be able to dye book and quills.
Okay.
So that way you can tell and then it'll show that color in the chiseled bookshelf.
Ooh, I like that idea.
I'm going to submit that to I don't know how to submit it.
That would be
I need to work for Mojang. I can be the...
I like it, though.
I don't think it'd be that hard.
Put it in the good ideas.
Yeah, the good ideas, Ben.
Yep.
I got to go to Sweden first.
Hanging signs. Yay. I'm really excited about these. More expensive version of the normal sign.
Shocking. Very expensive version of the normal sign.
They can be hung underneath blocks, attached to solid sides, or attached to other hanging signs. And once you put them up, you can take the block they're attached to away.
So you can just have 1,000 floating hanging signs.
So they can be completely floating, which is kind of cool. They're crafted with 2 chains and 6 stripped logs. That's expensive. That's a lot of work because there's no way to get stripped logs without actually doing it. You have to do the work there.
Yep. Good.
But they're really cool.
Amazing.
You get more signs out of it though, I think.
Yeah, you get 6 signs.
Right. So at least there's that.
So it's really not that expensive.
They did make changes to signs overall here.
Oh, this is amazing.
Sign text can now be edited after being placed.
The reason Terraria was always better than Minecraft. And now, look at this. After all these years, I remember the first time I played Terraria, made a sign, and I'm like, dude, I can edit the sign. Minecraft needs this. Back in 2016.
Yes.
It's about time.
And it's working well.
It's amazing.
It works great.
Besides, everyone at shops, make sure you wax your sign so people aren't editing the prices.
Right. Yeah, you might be trolled a little bit. Also, something to think about. I know there's a lot of like auto fish farm things that use signs that
sure
no longer. Oh, can you wax them and they'll still work? Maybe.
You can probably wax them so you can't edit it.
Yeah, I didn't think of that because I was thinking you're just gonna click on it all the time and it wouldn't work. But have to check into that. Now, the cool thing is both sides of the sign can have totally different text and colors. So each side of it is its own unique sign, basically. Like you said, signs can be waxed with honeycomb to prevent people from editing them. And opening the sign edit screen in single player won't pause the game anymore.
Is that for Java or Bedrock or both? Which one?
I'm not sure.
I'd assume that'd be for Java because I don't think Bedrock has the pausing game type thing.
I think it does on single player. I never play single player.
I know on Java you can just pause the game by hitting escape on single player.
I know back on Legacy Edition on consoles, it used to pause it.
Oh my gosh, when you're playing with 4 or 3 of your friends and you're all playing on the 4 mode split screen and someone goes to type a freaking sign or rename a piece of armor, you gotta wait 10 hours for them to finish typing it while you're trying and being chased by 10 creepers, and it's just so stressful.
Exactly. We don't have that anymore. Calibrated skulk sensors. Yay, I'm kind of excited. I want to learn about these a lot more. A variant of skulk sensors that filter vibrations based on frequency level.
Minecraft is too complicated nowadays. This sounds like you talking frequency level of the audio. Like, what? Please just explain in new terms.
Crafted with 1 skulk sensor and 3 amethyst shards.
Yay, more use for amethyst.
Can receive a redstone signal and detect vibrations up to 16 blocks away. So basically, you have different settings, and this is just something that
I've seen this, and it is cool.
Mojang decides what thing is going to cause what frequency, and it's kind of like if you know anything about redstone signals, you have 0 to 16 or whatever, right? Your signal strength, and it's somewhere in there, and that's what it's basing off of. So really cool to play around with. You have vibration resonance. Blocks of amethyst emit vibrations when adjacent to skulk sensors. So the blocks of amethyst themselves are going to basically repeat the sound, if that makes sense. Allows moving vibration frequencies across long distances. So you basically put these every so often, like I think it said 16 blocks or whatever. You put them every so often, and that basically gets repeated, that noise all the way down. You interested in that stuff at all?
No, because I don't like doing long distance redstone and stuff like that because of sim distance. It just doesn't work. And on servers.
All right. They've added playable mob sounds, so you can play them.
This is the worst idea and also hilarious.
Mob heads on note blocks play ambient sounds of the corresponding mob. Now, with this, they did bring in a new mob head. We're talking about, you know, how you used to blow up a creeper, a charged creeper?
You blow up something with a charged creeper.
Right, and they dropped the head. You had, zombie, skeleton, and creeper?
Yeah.
Well, now they've added, you can also do it with the piglin mob head. Now, I have no idea how you're going to get a charged creeper with a piglin mob, but it can be done. Piglins drop their heads when killed by a charged creeper. Piglin head on a note block plays piglin's ambient sound, and if you apply redstone to it, the ears flap, which is really cool.
Wait, if you put it on your head, is it like the dragon head and it moves as you walk?
Yes,
Yay!
It does. So that's kind of fun. I want to see how many of our players can get some of these mob heads. I think that'll be a fun challenge.
I'll probably get a piglin mob head tomorrow.
Without blowing up our nether hub, by the way.
Never mind. No, I'm going to need someone. BS, you're going to help me. You might die, but it's fine. So you're going to help me?
I don't like the sound of that.
You're just going to stand behind the portal. I'm going to collect a bunch of piglins in a pit and drop it in and get like 100 heads.
I don't know how to... Now, can you bring piglins? Are they the ones that change when they come to the overworld?
Yeah, they'll change into zombified piglins.
So that won't work.
I think.
So you can't bring them to the charge. You have to bring the charge creeper to them.
Yep.
Ooh, that's hard. They added some new music here. It's by Aaron Cheroff, and it adds it to different biomes and stuff. They did add new music disc. Relic, and that's also by Aaron Teroff, and that's found in the Trail Ruins.
Yay! New music discs! Yay!
Woohoo!
Can they just add, I don't know, maybe like some good music, like some AC/DC, some Bon Jovi? Yes, that's what we need on music discs, is just classic rock. That'd be amazing.
I think we can do that.
Could you imagine in the actual game if they bought the rights to the music and you can just play
that'd be so cool.
Bon Jovi music?
It'd be so fun. All right.
That's a streamer's worst nightmare because of copyright laws.
Now, Java Edition is now fully supported on Windows devices with whatever this is, ARM64 architecture. My understanding is this is basically what Apple's using now, and it's going to be the future. It's a lot more, it's basically, instead of right now you have Intel and AMD, this is something else. And it's super efficient. I think phones and things use it and stuff like that. But I think that's what this is all about.
I wouldn't think it'd be what Apple uses if it's Windows, but it's Windows devices.
Right, but it's fully supported on the Windows devices that use this.
I feel like that's a software thing.
And then you have advancements, and achievements too, depending on which version you're on. There's some new husbandry advancements retaining to obtaining and feeding the sniffers. So, breeding them up basically. And then you have some new advancements involving brushing suspicious blocks, crafting the decorated pots, crafting trimmed armor, and reading the power signal of a chiseled bookshelf.
I forgot to log in because I used to have 100% on Minecraft on Bedrock Edition. Right. So I got to keep up the 100%. So I got to go get all the new ones.
And that's something that's cool about Jericho. We have been able to keep the achievements available, which is absolutely awesome.
Have you 100% of the achievements yet?
No, not on Windows.
Oh.
I only did it back on PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah, back in 2014.
Way back in my day.
You open your inventory and you got 50% of the game completed?
Yeah, pretty much. Some changes here. They've made various changes to sculk sensors, including vibration behaviors and phases. How they work has changed a little bit from the previous snapshots and previews and stuff. They simplified the vibration frequencies for better compatibility with the calibrated sculk sensor. Several GUI and visual updates, such as the main menu background, of course, and application icons have changed a little bit, improved the step sounds, and like we talked about, the advancements. There is a known issue in Bedrock Edition, by the way. So if you updated, and this might be a little late.
It's only one known issue. Amazing.
Now, boats that were placed before this update may not function correctly, and mobs inside the boats may be ejected when loading the world for the first time once you update.
So it's like when a pilot's about to crash a fighter jet and it launches them out?
Yeah, so if
only
you
if they don't have a parachute.
Let's say you had your piglins or whatever, your bartering trading thing in the nether, and you had them stuck in boats, they're going to be all over the place now.
There's just going to be an explosion of mobs everywhere.
Yeah, and they really should have put that at the top of the change logs, I think, to warn people. But there it is. There were some fixes and changes, and these apply only to Bedrock Edition. Split screen players are no longer disconnected when one leaves. iOS now requests local network access to find games on the local network. Improved startup and loading time for the start screen. Yay! Various gameplay fixes, including flying under stairs, fall damage in specific scenarios, and player hitbox size after death.
Oh my gosh, please tell me they fixed the fall damage that you just randomly get when walking around.
Yeah, I think that was all part of it. At least that's what they're claiming. Changes to mobs, including gas shooting fireballs from their mouth, so instead of out their eyes. Fixing Z fighting with boots and leggings, and correct positioning on bamboo rafts. Skulk blocks improvements, such as skulk sensors powering the block below, silencing shriek sounds of skulk shriekers when waterlogged, and interaction events causing vibrations detected by skulk sensors and wardens. There were, of course, various fixes and changes to blocks, items, realms, accessibility, user interface, touch controls, and graphical issues. Bedrock exclusive here. Parody.
Well, it's not a Bedrock exclusive. It's a parody feature that is the best feature ever added to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Shield Customization! Yay!
Woohoo!
A top vanilla parody feature request by Little C mostly. 99% of
How long have we waited for this?
Ever?
I mean, this...
I've been waiting for it since we got shields on Legacy Edition.
Yeah, this was before Legacy Edition. Like, when we were still playing Legacy Edition.
I remember getting shields, and I'm like, why can't I put it? That was the first thing I tried.
It took them this long. But they had to have...
The technology for it is what they had to add anyways for the armor trims.
Right. And they didn't want to do that much work, I guess, just for shields.
Because it's Mojang.
Yep.
A shield can now be combined with a banner to apply its pattern on it. Yay. The banner is consumed on you, so make sure to duplicate your banner before you do it.
Yeah, and making duplicate banners is easy.
Yeah. A shield can be combined with a banner only if no pattern was previously applied.
Okay, so you have to make a new shield every time you want to change it.
Yep.
Okay.
So hard to do. I mean, if you're putting...
I mean, it's easy.
Who doesn't put unbreaking on all their shields? Are you telling me you don't put unbreaking on your shield? That face looks like you don't put unbreaking on your shield.
I don't use a shield.
I'm disappointed.
The one time you told me to use a shield, I got blown up by the creeper.
Well, Sherlock, you gotta make sure it's in front of the shield and not behind you, because the shield only goes in front of you.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well. That was was that my first death in Jericho this season, I think? It was
Probably.
My first or second. I was so mad. There were some technical changes, a lot of technical changes. Don't worry, I've condensed it down for you all. In Java edition of Minecraft, there are several technical changes and updates. The light engine has improved performance, the data pack version has been updated, and new commands and features have been added. Loot tables and advancements have been changed, and there are updates to block and item tags. The game events have new vibration frequencies, and there are updates to fonts and glyph providers. Quick play has been introduced, and there are changes to telemetry events. We'll have the change log in the description of the podcast.
If you want to know about something in there.
In Bedrock Edition, the latest update includes several technical improvements and bug fixes. The add-on template packs have been updated with new resources, behaviors, and documentation, of course. Some of the changes include fixing Mojang query issues, which is a coding language for Mojang. Introducing new entity filters for empty item slots, addressing content warnings for recipes, and fixing custom textures. The dedicated server notes mention the upcoming change in the minimum target Ubuntu version. Additionally, there are updates and fixes related to commands, entities, items, add-ons, Mojang, experimental technical features, scripting, and of course, tons more there. And they snuck in another changelog here this week.
Oh, man.
Came out Friday, June 9th, 2023. That is 1.20.1. Release candidate 1.
Come on,
for
Java. Calm down. You're already on 1.20.1.
Well,
Crazy.
we
Can't
actually
even go a few days without...
Well, we actually got that last week on Bedrock Edition, 1.20.1.
I'm only on 1.20, though.
Yeah, beta and preview came out last week.
Yep.
Before this update, which is kind of silly, but it's the way they have to do it for all the console makers, basically. Anyways, some fixes here in Release Candidate 1. Fix the disk permissions related crash. The Realms invitation icon that appears on the Realms button in the main menu is displayed incorrectly. Buttons in the Add Realm interface within the Realms menu no longer render. Game soft locks after canceling joining a server. Incorrect proto chunk set status call on chunk generate. That's it. So some fixes there. That's basically what it is. All right. We covered everything.
Yeah.
And do you like the way I summarized it, Little C?
Yes.
It was nice, right?
Yes.
We don't need all the little details. I might start doing that from here on out. I'd love to hear what you all think, listeners. Let me know one way or the other. Join our Discord, email us, whatever. What's your favorite feature, Little C?
Shields on banners. Or banners on shields, not shields on banners. Okay, other than that, though, a feature that was added for both Java and Bedrock.
Yeah.
An actual update feature, not parody.
Yep.
Probably would be the armor trims and harder netherite.
I like the harder netherite. I think that's cool.
And I think it's cool to have more decoration for that. And I'm excited.
I think I'm going to be bored with it quickly, but I'm excited to try out the brushing mechanic and finding the trail ruins. I think that's cool.
Yes.
I'm trying to wait to go explore those because I'm hoping they fix the generation problem.
It is super, 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 super boring after the first 150. It's suspicious sand and gravel.
But you are talking to the guy that will literally fish for 5 hours straight.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay.
I found a desert temple today, and I was going through, and it's cool to have the new room now, the desert temple that you have to dig out though.
Oh yeah, they added that. Yeah, that's cool. Anything else?
Camels suck.
Yeah, the camels are a disappointment. They're cool to look at though.
They're not a disappointment. I knew they weren't going to be great from the start. They're just kind of another fun feature.
Yeah, it's kind of putting polar bears in the ice biomes and stuff. It's something that's there that you don't really think about that much. They are super rare though, the camels.
Not really.
Because you only get one in a village.
Yeah, a desert village.
So you can't just breed them up immediately. You have to find 2 villages at least.
Yeah.
And then you got to bring them together.
That's not that hard to do. Desert villages are super common because deserts are so big.
Right. But once you find the 2, then you bring them together. Then you'll have unlimited amounts.
Yes.
It was cactus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's cool. I need my cactus farm back that I had last season.
Your cactus farm was pathetic last season.
I know you had the ultimate one.
Mine was a 16 by 16, I think, and I had about 10 or 15 layers. I just burned the cactus. I didn't have space for it. It all just went into lava at the end, I think.
Right?
I might have expanded the storage.
You just built it to build it.
Yep.
You automated something.
I know.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
All right. What you been up to this past week?
Other than exploring the new update and dying a stupid camel.
Yeah. Is that available for people to see?
Yep.
That video on Twitch?
Yep. You'd have to figure out where it is in the VOD, but yeah.
Okay. There you go. Gotta watch that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good one.
Still doing the daily streams. Today will be daily stream 17, I think.
Good job. You've been keeping up on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
anything else? You went hiking yesterday.
Yeah, I went on a bike ride to get to the place that I go walking on the trails. That was fun. I saw a groundhog in a tree. So a tree hog, I guess.
A tree hog?
And this was very early on the hike. There was a chipmunk. I look over in the tree and I'm just like, that chipmunk is just staring at me, sitting perfectly still. And it was really close, like maybe within 2 or 3 feet. And I'm like, wow, he's super just sitting there staring at me. And he just looked so perfect how he was sitting.
Nice. You get a good picture.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun. I would have went with you. Did you know I was coming home? You knew I was coming home.
Yeah.
You didn't want to wait for me? Or you didn't think I'd want to go?
I didn't think you'd want to go because I knew you were working
on hiking.
I knew you were working on the update stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm always working on stuff back here. And that's what I've been up to. This week, I spent so much time troubleshooting resource pack compatibility for a friend's server, basically. He was restarting his world for 1.20 on Wednesday. We wanted to try to get these working, have the same server hosts that we use for Jericho. I thought this should be easy, no problem. Yeah, it didn't go so well. I tried combining the features, downloading the packs. I just kept running into problems, and it was so inconsistent on the problems I was having to. Couldn't get it figured out. I was able to get he wanted anti-griefing for, the gas and Endermen and creepers, so they don't actually do anything, but yet you can still have your sheep eating the grass and all that. It's not the whole toggle, it's just those mobs. He wanted that on there. I was able to get that working for him. And of course, our snooze pack, he was using somebody else's one player sleep.
How rude.
So I went ahead and installed ours because, it's ours. I know it'll work, by the way. That's the main reason I did it. I enjoy trying to troubleshoot things like that and the technical issues and all that, but it is so time consuming. I spent almost every hour after I parked my truck this week doing that till way late in the night. And I want to figure it out for myself anyways. I did try it out. We have a test server also that I use and play around on. And I've tried it out and I've able to get all these resource packs. Like he wanted, let's say, lower sides on the grass blocks and things like that. And a bunch of other things, the directional hoppers and all that cool stuff. I was able to get them to work on our test server. And then I go put the exact same pack and the whole coating, everything exactly the same. And I put it on his and it wasn't working. I don't know why.
Bedrock moment.
Yeah, and it's the exact same server host. It's Apex is what it is.
Servers moment.
It's the same one that Jericho's using. Now, I put the lower grass sides on Jericho right now.
They look so nice.
They do look nice. I'm going to go ahead and add the other blocks, by the way, as long as it keeps working. And it worked fine on ours. So I really don't know what the problem is. Now, last night I did install that pack, just the grass, onto his. I'm waiting to hear back if it's working for him or not. I've thought about, I did play a little bit in Jericho, and I'm looking at my shop that I'm working on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about using the new yellow and the pink blocks, the bamboo and the cherry blossom wood, and incorporating that somehow in my shop, because I think it'll work well for the donuts. I think
I thought you were going to try to make a truck stop because you built a semi. So
I could make a truck stop. That could be fun. I don't know what I'm going to do there.
We just need a big flat area and just build Iowa 80 in Minecraft. There we go.
But now that we have cherry trees and we have these pink flowers, I'm thinking it's time to bring in cherry donuts to our pack.
Will you just take a regular donut?
You either could take a regular donut or use those flowers instead of cocoa beans.
Yeah.
Use those flowers instead of that and to make cherry donuts. What do you think of that? That could be fun. It wouldn't be any problem.
Here we go, that and more donuts.
I know. Sounds fun. Yeah. So it was just overall troubleshooting those packs. I explored the new features a little bit. I don't play that much, honestly, especially when I get in depth on a problem like that. I can't stop doing that until I fix it.
Oh my god.
That's just how my brain works.
With anything, and it's just, dude, like, chill.
I'm looking forward to adding this stuff to Jericho, though. The side blocks and the resource packs. I think people will like that.
Yep. I think we need a resource pack that makes the sun texture just my face. My profile picture on Discord right now. It'd be hilarious.
There you go. I know they do have sun packs, so I'm sure I could...
That would be hilarious. You just see
how that works.
So if you don't know my profile picture, it's what I use on Twitch, too. It's just like a really close-up picture of me staring into the camera. And that would be so creepy. You just look up in the sky and see that.
That would be creepy. Maybe it should be my face. Terrifying. That should be the moon face.
Yes, I'll be the sun, and
there you go.
And
wait, you should be the sun.
That's what I just said. I'll be the sun.
You'll be the sun.
You'll be the moon.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. There you go.
Okay, my goodness.
Father Moon. Wait, what? I think we're getting off track. That was something else I did. I added a links channel to Jericho. I'm gonna have a links channel on TBP Discord.
Oh yeah,
also.
That's something I've been doing, is working on how to Discord my server more.
There you go.
So that's cool.
Check that out.
We have 3,000.
So I'm hoping all these links, like your links and things like that, will be easily accessible from our Discord directly. Make it easier to find. Now this week we don't have listener questions for you. We did get one in, but I figured this show was going to be so long anyways, and I really wanted to focus on the update. So we're skipping that.
But don't worry, we wouldn't skip everyone's favorite part of the show, Holy Bookworm's Joke of the Week.
What do you call a dinosaur fart?
A blast from the past. I can't not laugh at it's a fart joke, and I'm a guy, so I have to.
Holy Bookworm said fart. Ha 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 ha. All right, that's silly. Little C, it's been a good show. I'm excited for this update. I hope you all are excited. If you come across a pack of sniffers, be sure to spread the word about the block party. We've got all the ways to listen: Jericho SMP info, our YouTube channel, Bedrock add-on packs, and so much more at theblockpartymc.com.
We want to hear from you. Send us your questions and comments about our next topic, exploring Minecraft biomes. Whether you have comments to share or listener questions to ask, we want to hear from you. Leave us a voicemail or send us a text at 1-260-222-7240. Don't forget to join our Discord server for even more fun and updates. And if you want to support the show and mine deeper into who we are, become a subscriber to get access to our After Hours show and all of our past episodes.
Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. Be sure to send us your questions on our Discord or website. I'm Bearded Sloth, and now I gotta eat my coffee.
I'm Little C, and I'm gonna go find a cherry donut.